Well, look who finally decided to show up. Oh, we got a lot to talk about today, Santi. I got a lot of things to say to you today.
Where do we even begin?
This has nothing to do with WWE, by the way. Well, actually, one thing does. Santi,
Go ahead, just start. I know where this is. Just start. Just fucking pull the band-aid. I'm gonna get it worse tomorrow, and the Wrestling is Cool podcast. So just fucking go. All right. Stop
Santi,
making me agonize over this. Just get it over with.
Santi, you lost our bet. That means you got to come on to the stream wearing something of my choice because I'm sorry, the Dodgers, they did it. They did it, Santi. LA forever. We love LA.
You guys are literally like the evil empire. Like
It doesn't matter, Santi. That doesn't matter.
everyone hates you and nobody likes you. Everybody wanted my team to win.
We made a bet. At the end of the day, I won, you lost. A bet's a bet. So guess what? I finally have what I want you to come onto this stream wearing.
What is it?
I want you to go and get yourself a very beautiful I Love LA t-shirt.
No way. That's evil. That's fucking evil.
That's what I chose. It's got to be an I Love LA t-shirt with a little red heart and everything.
Sorry. I just looked up I Love La and it pulled up I Love Latinas shirt. Can I wear an I Love Latinas shirt instead?
No, you gotta wear an I Love LA shirt, looking like a tourist geek, but also, yes, I love LA. That is the shirt you gotta show up in at some point on the stream before the year ends.
I see it on Amazon. I'll put an order in for it. If I accidentally end up buying the I Love Latinas shirt, it is what it is.
I love LA. Even says evil. Anyways, and the other thing that I wanted to give you shit about was that our last post show last week, you were like, Denise, you sound so confident that CM Punk is winning. What if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed come out and blah, 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 that you made me second guess myself. And I carried that with me.
Good.
That was right.
Then that means that you got to be a little bit more excited when CM Punk actually wins. So you know what, Denise? You're welcome. You're welcome because I got to bring back the magic of wrestling results for you. You know what? We are too deep in the weeds in professional wrestling where we ruin results for ourselves. So sometimes you need a Santi to make you think about something else so that when the obvious thing happens, the obvious thing becomes a nice little treat instead. So you're welcome.
Fair.
De nada.
That's fine. That's fair. Anyways, I'll see you in your I Love LA shirt. Stream's over. Bye, everybody. All right, Santi. So let's get into Monday Night Raw. There were some interesting things that went down, if you want to call them interesting. So here's the thing. Before Raw started, I don't know if you saw Triple H's tweet, but it got people talking because he said that the landscape was going to be changing. And everybody's like, oh, the landscape? What does this mean? What kind of landscape are we talking? As of this moment right now, do you think the landscape has changed following this episode of Raw?
Denise, nothing fucking changed. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what landscape changed. I don't know if maybe they meant that they found a new landscaping company for Titan Towers, WWE HQ. I don't know. Because the landscaping seems the same. It still looks like the same bush. It still looks like the same grass. It still looks like the same mountains in the back. It still looks like the same bum-ass tree. Nothing has changed.
I think that, okay, so I'm trying to break down what he was meaning by that. Like, what did he think specifically on the show was going to make people think that? So the only two theories I have was one, well, just the fact that CM Punk is champion. Okay. But two, is Logan Paul joining the Vision, or is this just momentarily for War Games?
All right, so I think it's momentary for War Games, just like Bronson Reed when he joined the Bloodline randomly for last year's War Games. But if you want to take Triple H's messages at face value and try to find what is the thing that is landscape changing, the closest thing would be Logan Paul being a permanent member of the Vision. So if Triple H is standing on business and really actually changing the landscape, then it would be Logan joining the Vision. At first glance, when I look at it, I think it's temporary. But if Logan Paul actually definitively joins the Vision and is there on a week-by-week basis to be part of storylines for the Vision, I think that that is maybe not entirely like landscape changing, but that's a new bush. That bush wasn't there before. They trimmed those hedges. Those weren't trimmed before. It's a little bit of landscape work for sure.
Yeah, okay. See, look, I feel because Triple H put that, it made me in my head think that Logan Paul is joining permanently. But it's hard to say because we know that Logan Paul is not on a week-to-week
Right.
schedule with WWE. But I thought so because, hey, man, like, okay, where's their third guy? I'm not saying they need a third guy, but if they want to have a third guy, I can see why they would put Logan Paul in this, especially because we all know that Paul Heyman kind of gets a little slutty and likes to latch himself to just about any dude, and he likes to get them young and going and all. Okay, that sounds very bad. All right, sounds very bad. Let me stop myself.
Take it from this. Moving on.
You know what I meant, okay? He likes young talent that's up and coming. That's what I meant.
Liking, young, and coming all in the same sentence is just not the words you should put together.
I put up and coming. Okay, I'm done. There's no way to get around this.
Move on.
Oh my God. All right. So that's why I thought Logan Paul was joining the Vision. And
because you think that Heyman sees him as young and supple.
Okay, I don't like that word, supple.
That's basically what you were saying.
Okay, well, he's got the blonde hair, it's wavy.
Denise, move on. Move the fuck on.
I can't. I'm stuck here now. I can't move on. Okay, so I'm trying to, be a professional about this and really break down WWE
There's nothing professional about our post show. Last week, we spent more time talking about how I didn't wear a costume than the actual
Our
podcast.
Clip did really great numbers, by the way. People were like, "What the fuck, Santi?" So anyways, here's the thing though. If Logan Paul does join the Vision, are you cool with it? Are you not cool with it? Is this something that you think would actually be intriguing?
If it's a permanent entry into the Vision, like, I don't see how it can't be intriguing. You can talk all about how you might hate Logan Paul. Sure. Like, if you don't like Logan Paul, you don't like Logan Paul. Anytime that he's on screen and anytime he does anything, it's infuriating to you, is what it is. But like, looking at it for what it is, Logan Paul is a great talent. People want to see Logan Paul in big matches. At least WWE does, right? They put him in these positions, and every time he's in these positions, he over excels every single freaking time. And if this puts him in a position to have more of those marquee matches, I'm in. I also think Logan Paul is incredibly entertaining. And one of the things that I do think is missing from the Vision is a little bit of personality. There's too many badasses on the group, right? There's too many, ooh, I'm going to break this. Woof, 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 woof. I'm the tribal thief. Rah. Where's the fucking jokes? Where's the humor? Where is the personality? We need something different within that group. And I do think that Logan Paul adds that if it is a long-term partnership between the Vision and Logan Paul, like actually being part of the Vision.
That's exactly what I was thinking about, because at first I thought, okay, I love what they have going right now, where it isn't necessarily all about Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker does get a little bit more of the attention, it feels like, but it also feels like him and Bronson Reed kind of feel like they're on equal footing, right? And you can make that work. You can have Paul Heyman really build them up as these guys. But the talking piece, of course, is Paul Heyman. But I feel like Bronson really tries it. I think every now and then we get some ha-ha moments from both of these guys, but that was was the big thing that I had said, is that we have kind of struggled with seeing Braun Breaker's personality. And he's supposed to be, the big one that blows up. Like, he's the one that we're going to be expecting to be main eventing WrestleMania. So he's going to have that kind of appeal. And until he gets that, it's taking him a little bit longer to get there. So in a way, they do kind of need another person like a Seth Rollins, like somebody who can grab that kind of attention. And love or hate Logan Paul, that dude gets under your skin, man. You love to hate him. I love to hate Logan Paul. Are you kidding me? I have a great time hating Logan Paul. And whether we like it or not, he's good at promos and he gets people mad. So it kind of works. The only thing that I worry about, though, is if he were to take over the group or be the front man, is that I do feel like I don't want it to become all about Logan Paul, right? I don't want it to be the Logan Paul fiesta, because that was the thing that I didn't like with Seth Rollins. Was when Seth Rollins was the leader, it felt like his goons were Braun and Bronson, instead of all of them sort of being more as a group of friends. It didn't feel like that. It felt like they were his cronies instead of his pals. And that was kind of where I don't want to see that. I don't want this to become the Paul Heyman part. I mean, the Logan Paul party.
Yeah, and I don't think that it would. Like, even though Logan Paul would be the biggest personality out of the three, he doesn't have the same resume of a Seth Rollins to confidently be able to be like the leader, the de facto top guy that you build everything around. I do put Logan Paul, if he does join the Vision, on same equal footing of importance level as a Bronson Reed, as a Braun Breaker. And I think that's a fun dynamic. Just three guys that all three are at equal, like, eye level, all being led by the maniacal, young, loving Paul Heyman.
You don't want to know what's better than three guys?
What, Denise?
Five guys. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I didn't know where that was going. I was like, oh man, do I
This is not an
bite?
ad, by the way. Wait, do you guys have that in Canada, by the way? Five guys?
Yeah, not that
Oh,
many,
okay.
but like there's one not too far from me, so I've had Five Guys before, and now my chat's gonna clip that, and now the clip of me I've had Five Guys before is gonna circulate.
Good, it should. Hey, you should be proud, Benda. I had five guys this weekend. It was great.
Stop.
I did, though. I was like licking my fingers and everything. Okay, I'm done,
Yeah.
I swear. All right. This is not an ad for Five Guys, but if they would like to sponsor this show, bring it on, baby.
Fuck.
All right, so I think I officially broke Santi. All right. Okay, here's the thing. I gotta tell you, the happiest thing that I was happiest when it came out of all of this was I feared to God that they were gonna make CM Punk do this whole can they coexist situation with Logan Paul. That's what I thought was gonna happen. And I was so scared. I was like, I can't believe he's gonna have to coexist. I don't want to do that. Like, CM Punk and Logan Paul as friends, they couldn't be two more different human beings. So I'm
Sure.
glad they didn't do that.
I was down for that. I'm gonna be serious. I was ready. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be so stupid. It's gonna be hilarious. I was ready for the shenanigans of Logan Paul and CM Punk being like forced to be friends. I think it would have been great television, but instead what we got was Logan Paul turning face and heel all in the same episode. I like, if you watch my clip on Instagram, I died laughing when Logan's music hit, because CM Punk is so passionately talking about, I want to give AJ Styles a match. JD McDonough, what an amazing worker. He's listing off all of these people that you're like, yeah. And then Logan's music hits, and CM Punk's reaction was everyone's reaction. He turned into the Michael Scott from The Office meme going, oh God, no, why?
That was literally him. I loved CM Punk's reaction during this. When Logan Paul came out, I had a slight feeling when Punk won the title, when I was thinking about like who they might have him feud with, I had a slight feeling Logan Paul would be the guy, but it came and went really fast into my head. Like, I didn't actually really entertain the idea. So when he did came out, I was like, oh God, this is where we're going. Also, by the way, I don't think we got any mention today of LA Knight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we
Nothing.
saw anything with him
Not
and
a
Punk.
peep. Not a
I
single peep. I think he got in trouble for that sign, for grabbing the sign. last week.
The
That's my conspiracy theory. The we won LA Knight, not Jey Uso. That's my conspiracy theory. That's my truth right now.
Well, you know what? I don't think that one's too far off, honestly. That's probably a conspiracy theory I would co-sign on.
Mm.
But yeah, no, dude, I was a little bit surprised because I was expecting LA Knight to kind of, you know, I wasn't expecting, oh, for this to go and be some big moment for LA Knight, but I figured, okay, as a first challenger to CM Punk to finish the story, okay, great, because they had started something. I could see them
Mhm.
finishing it off there. A really easy person for Punk to beat. That's what I thought.
No, I
And when
agree.
that didn't happen, I was very surprised by that. But what I will say though is that I loved one thing about CM Punk's opening promo. The thing that I loved the most was that he actually mentioned the possibility of him wrestling AJ Styles. This is the match that I want to see. Him and AJ, him and Finn Balor, and if hopefully Kevin Owens comes back and he's healthy and good to go, Kevin Owens and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Those are like my three holy trinity of matches that I would want to see CM Punk have as world heavyweight champion. I'm really hoping they go for it. And the fact that they acknowledged it, Santi, tells me, okay, you know what? Triple H knows this is what we want.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, he listed a bunch of like every single match he listed. I'm like, I'm down. He listed Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, Finn Balor. I was like, yes, 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 yes. He had me on board. That's why the punchline of it being Logan Paul was genuinely brilliant. I thought it was a brilliant punchline for it to have been Logan Paul.
Also, shout out to JD McDonough. That was like the biggest rub he ever got.
I agree. Yeah, that was cool.
All right, we got Victaro here who says time to get a sweet revenge against Santi. Oh, so cut a promo. I already read this one. So cut a promo on him when he gets here. People, Santi, I'm the baby face here. Sorry. All right.
Listen, I co-host podcasts with two bum-ass LA Dodger fans. This is miserable. This is gonna be a miserable fucking week for me.
By the way, the parade was really nice. And you should have seen everybody in their Dodger blue. Oh, and then the fireworks, Santi, and music playing, and people were dancing and singing on the streets. We got Infamous Ritter Loco here who says, have Santi wear a Sancho mask the whole post show. How sad. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, I might cry when John Cena retires. I watch his whole career from start to finish, as did so many of practically every. I'm going to say, if you've been a lifelong WWE fan, you have watched John Cena's entire career. Man. So, by the way, so John Cena, we did learn that we are going to be seeing a 16-man tournament. And we also got two of those matches that have been announced today. Also, I was thrilled because they brought back that little roly thingy, little gold roly
Yeah.
thingy. I love that thing. So they announced that we are going to be seeing, who was it? Damian Priest and Rusev, and then Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura. Your thoughts, Santi, on the tournament as well as the first two matches that have been announced?
I'm trying to Google what those roly bingo things are called. What is the
I don't
bingo
know.
ball roll thing called? Is it, traditionally bingo numbers are called using bingo balls rolled out of a bingo cage. Well, that's uninspiring.
That can't be the name. This got to have like a more official name.
Okay, so I guess in Spanish it's called a bolillero, and somebody's asking what is it called in English? It's called a lottery drum or just a lottery machine. That's lame. Bolillero, that's a great name.
I
We came
like
up with a
golden
cool name in
skinny
Spanish.
thingy better.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I made a whole video trying to predict the lineup of people that's going to be in the John Cena retirement tournament. Many are just listen. They've announced 4, and my predictions are already way off. I didn't predict Shinsuke Nakamura. I didn't predict Damian Priest, so I'm already way off, unfortunately. But how cool is it that we're going to be getting Damian versus Rusev, brand new matchup? Haven't seen that before in the WWE, and Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I can't remember the last time that we got that either. I don't know that we've ever gotten that match. At least I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm pumped for this. I do love the fact that they're making the matches at the very least, from what we're seeing from these first two, interpromotional, right? I thought it was going to be the Raw bracket on Raw. We were going to get the Raw bracket on SmackDown. We would get this. You got to tune into NXT to see the two NXT guys go up against each other. I love that that's off the table. I love the fact that we're getting Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura on Raw, and we might get like Penta versus Rey Fenix or something on SmackDown. I love that all of that is on the board.
I thought the exact same thing. I thought we were going to see Raw versus Raw guys, etc. Which kind of makes sense, obviously, now
Sure.
that that John Cena had mentioned all these other people are going to be in it. I was very surprised to see that Shinsuke Nakamura was in the tournament. I was
Me too.
like, oh, he
Yeah.
hasn't really done anything. So I kind of thought that one was a little bit like, ooh, I don't know, if like you got 16 spots. Honestly, I feel like I probably would have thought of a different name only because I don't think very many people actually expect him to win. And granted, you can say that about the other names too, but when you haven't seen someone really on the show, it does make it a little bit like, these are very coveted 16 spots right here.
Mhm.
I mean, some of the names I think that we're all expecting, like Joe Hendry, Carmelo Hayes, those are some of the names that I'm expecting only because they're people that have already called their shots and made it, manifested it, put it out there that they want to face John Cena. But here's the thing, the rumors is that it's going to be Gunther, right? Like that's been the ongoing rumor. Of course, that can change. That doesn't mean it's concrete. But here's the thing though, Santi, and I'm curious because I love Gunther. I'm a big Gunther fan, but I'm not that sold on the idea of Gunther being John Cena's final opponent. And so far, I feel like the overall consensus is not a lot of people are thrilled on that idea. Do you feel like they can, if that's still the idea, that they can resurrect that with this tournament, or are you just like, nah, pass, let's find
I think
someone
that's
else?
I think you hit it on the head here. I think they could resurrect the excitement for it with Gunther having insane matches in here. Like, think of the possibilities. Like, if because now we know it's one-on-one tournaments, right? It's sorry, one-on-one matches. I was like, oh man, this is gonna last like 2 weeks tops. It's gonna be four like four fatal four ways, whatever. But no, like it's going to be single elimination, which means that Gunther has to win at least the finals, semifinals, and in a quarterfinals, right? So there's at least 3 matches that Gunther is gonna have to go through in order to be able to win. And in those 3 matches, like he could have just unbelievable matches that could reignite that love and desire to want to see Gunther in these big matches like John Cena. Like, imagine if we end up like getting Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther in this tournament. How sick would that be? Imagine if we get Rusev versus Sheamus versus Gunther again in this tournament. There's a lot of possible matchups where if they want to make Gunther the guy, that they could have Gunther run through this gauntlet of unbelievable matches. And I think that will reignite excitement for it being Gunther.
Yeah, that's the only way I kind of see that happening right now. We got Casey Poole here who says, what happens first? Santi oils up, Sancho on the thumbnail, or LA Knight wins the title? Tough times for the Glaze Factory, but the Opaverse lives on. I still don't do that right, do I?
Yeah, it's not ideal. By the way, I said it
Sound like
wrong.
CM Punk eating.
I did the math wrong. It's 4 matches, 4 singles
Oh,
matches
okay.
that
Okay.
you'd have to win. If they're all singles matches, it's 4
Yeah.
singles matches
No,
that you would
you
have to
can't
go
do
through.
like singles matches and then suddenly decide you're not doing singles matches. Well, maybe once we get deeper into the tournament, they could do like a fatal
I hope
4-way or
not. I
something.
hope I hope it's all singles matches, single elimination. I think that's ideal.
So which happens first?
Oiling up. Now
Really?
that yeah,
Above those?
yeah, now that we have Jelly Roll in the picture demanding that I oil up, I think that that's more likely to happen. Sancho's never going to be on the thumbnail. I'm telling you right now, it's never going to happen.
How sad.
Especially after what he does to me tomorrow. I already know it's going to be awful when we
So can
record
he
for the
be on the
podcast.
thumbnail? Can he be on the thumbnail like with a Dodgers hat?
No, he will never grace the thumbnail ever.
All right, poor Allie Knight in the mud right now. The fact that that's not looking like a possibility. All right, we got JM here says, looks like Cena won't be facing Dom. Looks like he's in the War Games match. His history with Punk and Heyman. I see Punk asking Cena for help. I think a lot of people would also want to see John Cena in a War Games match. I feel like that's another bucket list too.
Yeah, I would have preferred Dom. I love Dom versus Ray being a thing in San Diego. I think that's about as San Diegan a match as you could possibly get. I love that. I'm concerned that I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that Cena just straight up won't have a match. Like, do you think about this? Do you want to risk Cena maybe getting injured in a very chaotic match with a lot of moving pieces, like a War Games match, 2 weeks before his retirement match? I think he's just going to be watching or even commentating or something, or coming out to confront whoever wins the tournament, because I think it's going to be the finals at Survivor Series. I'd be genuinely scared to put Cena in War Games that close to his retirement match.
That's a fair thought. That's a fair assessment, because I can see that. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, look at, we got Seth Rollins out the door after he just did an injury angle. I mean, come on, like, things happen. Bronson Reed got injured in War Games last year. Didn't Jim Uso also got injured in War Games last year? I think it
Yeah.
was.
Bronson
So
Reed shattered his ankle, if you
yep.
remember.
Yeah, so it's like these things do happen. So I do get it if they don't put them in there. It's a risk. If let's see if they're willing to take it. We'll find out. We also got Fredo here who says Salty Zap is the saddest iteration of Santi yet. Yeah. We got A Ship here who says something I noticed in the Judgment Day segment. At the end, Raquel asked where she should put the title, and Roxanne points to the Liv tribute. She's coming back soon. Well, they've definitely been like amping up those interactions there with Liv and Dominic Mysterio. Also, we got a lot to talk about here in regards to Dominic, because Rey Mysterio came back today and they had a good old father and son confrontation where Rey basically said, you're disrespecting the Mysterio name. You're disrespecting luchadors everywhere and Lucha Libre, period, for the things that you're saying, calling yourself the best and saying you're the king, etc. Now, somebody in my chat brought up, Santi, that the way that Rey Mysterio said, as long as there's a Mysterio around, I am the best Mysterio. Do you think that there's a world where we're heading into like Rey Mysterio's retirement match and
Yes.
it being with Dominic?
So
No,
I
I just say yes.
Yes. I like a couple of months ago I said this. Rey Mysterio will retire in one of three places: Triple Mania, WrestleMania, or a big show in San Diego. We're at one of those three. We're at Survivor Series, in a stadium, Petco Park, in San Diego. We are in one of the three places where I think Rey Mysterio could realistically retire. If you're a dad, how much better can it possibly get than having your retirement match in a stadium in your hometown against your own son? I genuinely think this could be Rey Mysterio's retirement. Title versus career.
I'm so stupid. I fucking forgot Survivor Series is in San Diego.
This is why they're doing it. San Diego match. It's about as San Diego match as it gets.
No, I'm not ready yet.
The 619.
No, I'm not ready. No, Santi, I'm not ready yet.
I think you better start learning the lyrics to Kingdom. I think it's going to happen.
They have plenty of time to, their father and son and their stories have been going on for forever, right? But they have plenty of time to like get it back on the show again, like consistently. I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I'm going to cry.
Ray, AJ, and Cena, just boom,
No.
boom, boom. All three of those big names retiring.
Oh, man. No, I'm not ready. This is sad.
You know what I'm saying, though, right? Like, those are like the three places, right?
No, yeah, and it might happen. It might actually happen. I'm really depressed right now, actually. Thank you, A Ship, for the super chat, by the way. Very nice of you. Damn. All right, Larice Johnson here says, but I mean, that is the way to go, right? With your son, giving him the moment. If they do like a mask versus hair thing and he takes off his mask, oh God, the whole thing, I don't even know. Larice Johnson here says WWE is getting boring. Meanwhile, I'm having a breakdown here.
I like that episode of Raw. Way better than last week's.
The only thing I didn't like was the double count out, especially because we had gone overtime and I didn't want a count out like that. We got Infamous Raider Loco who says, love my girl Nikki, but better as a heel and it's coming. Stephanie has to, of course, come out on top. Need Alexa and Charlotte to retain and keep it going. Yeah, so we had Nikki and Stephanie kind of having that backstage segment. A couple weeks ago, we thought that maybe Nikki might be turning heel. Do you still feel that way?
Yes. Oh my God. This is whatever they're doing is fucking weird. You're so beautiful. You're amazing. You're the best thing that's ever happened. You're so great for this division. You're a great women's world champion. Me, I don't know. I don't know that I can be like that anymore. I don't know that I can hang with you guys anymore. No, you're amazing too. You paved the way. You're so great. Blah, blah, blah. Turn fucking heel already. That's where it's going.
Yeah, I think it's gotta happen. We got JM here who says with Ray versus Dom likely happening as War Games match, Cena, Punk, Roman, Usos, the Bronze, Logan, Brock Theory. Sorry to LA Knight fans. Poor LA Knight. Um, Cena, Punk, Roman, Usos, Bronze, Logan, Brock, Theory. I don't know about Theory. I know some people were throwing him out as a name, but I'm not too convinced yet. But I think so far that sounds pretty good though, JM. We got Anthony Giuliano here. Says Jey Uso might join the Vision after Paul Heyman backstage conversation. Yeah, Paul Heyman was like, kind of setting him straight a little bit, but also shining him up real nice. Telling you,
Is he turning that sumbitch sideways?
maybe.
Mm.
D. Martin Fifth here says they are called tumblers.
Oh, those like rolly things.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
yeah. Okay.
You could
Thank
be
you,
making
D.
that up and
Martin
I'd
Fifth.
believe you.
Yeah, I bought it too. So Nishi Emmanuel here says Dom will prove his loyalty to Liv. He is a legend. Thank you, Nishi. Yeah, I can't wait for Liv to come back. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, Santi, what is your opinion on the World Series with a lot of missed calls, bad base runner, dead ball in the wall for the Blue Jays?
I'm dead inside. It was the worst night in sports for me ever. I've never had a team make it this far and lose. I usually my teams don't ever make it this far. I only had one team make it far and like to the big dance, and that was the Raptors in 2019, and they won. This is the first time that I had a team make it and lose. But they didn't just lose, they lost in game 7 in the most heartbreaking way imaginable at home. I am dead inside. All right. Fuck the Dodgers, fuck everything, fuck life, fuck it all.
You sound like an Insane Clown Posse song.
Nice.
Santi's about to be like, fuck the world.
I'm a juggalo. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah.
I gotta make sure because a gigolo is a male prostitute. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I didn't.
gigolo is a male prostitute.
Okay, yeah, no, it's juggalos. Yeah,
Yeah,
juggalos.
juggalos are the ICP fans. Yes.
Yeah. All right, we got Infamous Rare Loco here says, does WWE announce War Games 2 weeks before like AEW? Also love the Saturday night's main event pick of Jade Punk. Ricky and Cody, pretty petty but funny as fuck. Can't wait for SmackDown. See our new champ Jade kickstart, but we know it's Tiffy. Yeah, so that picture was hilarious, by the way, because it's all these AEW people, and there's more. There's also Stephanie, who is there as is also an AEW person. There was somebody else. Who was I forgetting? There was Ethan Page, also is a champion,
Yep.
also AEW person.
Yep.
And I think that's it now.
Did
So
you
like
say
that
Blake?
picture could have. Oh, Blake Monroe. Yes,
Yeah.
2 people. There you go. This picture could have been bigger,
Yeah.
honestly. Thanks, Infamous Raider Loco. We got JJ Castillo. Hey, JJ, thank you. He says, how do you both see Cena's final 3 appearances play out before his final match against the winner of the tournament? What's the plan for Cena for Survivor Series, him in War Games, or a singles match? Well, now that you put the idea in my head that he might not have a match, that's kind of in there, but I still think he might have the War Games match. It kind of feels sucky because now, because if he has a match with just anybody, right, they can be like, okay, well, that's what the prestige of the tournament is, right? Like that's why all these guys are fighting are for a match with John Cena. But this is like, I know you can argue, okay, well, not just a match, but the last match. So you can still have him have a match with somebody else. That's still possible.
I
But
agree.
will they do it? I don't know.
I wanted it to be Dom. I don't know who it could be, right? Like anybody that, like for a singles match that I would have realistically liked is probably in this tournament. So it would make sense for them to lose the tournament and still get a match with Cena. But I think the glory is that you get last, the last match. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
genuinely don't know.
last match is the
I think the
glory.
most likely thing right now is War Games. He comes out Boston, Massachusetts, and then woof, 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 woof. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and then we get him being added and CM Punk recruiting him. Cena and Logan Paul recently had a feud, so sure, okay.
Thank you so much, JJ. All righty. Well, the last thing that I do want to touch on really quickly, though, is Becky Lynch. She had this fiery segment, which I
I
love, by
loved
the
it.
way, that she cut a promo just on top of the commentary table. No notice. She's in there. Bam. She's talking her shit, going off about how she's everything. The vision ruined everything. And then she ends it with a little confrontation with Asuka. Where do we go next with Becky? Is it Asuka?
No, I think that was our tease of them teaming up for War Games.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I see what you mean. Okay.
yeah, I think we're gonna start moving forward on War Games. You know, we've got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair being like regulars on Monday Night Raw. They'll
Yeah.
probably use that to. They'll probably be part of the women's War Games as well. Um, I'd be curious, like, are we gonna have Stephanie be part of this? Or is the women's war games going to be fully focused on the women's tag titles, right? Like, because you've got potentially, like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky as a tag team. You've got the current tag team champions, Lyra and Bailey, Kabuki War. Who knows? A lot of people think of AJ Lee, like AJ Lee's got to return soon if we're gonna get this ball rolling, right? For war games. I'm still up in the air as to what the women's war games is even going to look like. But I think that this segment here with Becky Lynch and Asuka was War Games related.
Okay, see, I didn't think about it that way. I actually thought there was going to be more of like a one-on-one situation.
I
But
don't see
I
that.
mean, but I mean, there wasn't like any clear indication that they like hate each other. They kind of just seemed like, okay, both heels, we're both seeing eye to eye. So that might just be it. And then Asuka and Kyrie versus Bailey and Lyra is pretty all right today. So
Oh, agent
good
in
stuff
my
for
chat
there.
says that AJ Lee's book tour is in New York right before Raw because they're
Oh, so then
no
maybe she'll be there.
potentially, yeah.
Also, by the way, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee had a fantastic rematch with Finn Balor and JD McDonough. That's definitely worth noting.
Yeah, heater of a match. We need more of the Raw tag team division. Like if we're gonna keep getting these styles
I'm like,
of
who's the
matches.
tag team division? I don't even know.
Well, I mean, you got to build it, right? You got to build it. Bring back the creeds. It wouldn't be exciting from a storyline perspective, but you wouldn't get excited from the in-ring work that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee would do against Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro. They would
Yeah.
literally burn the
Yep.
building with how good that match would be. Storyline, who cares, right? There wouldn't be anything, but the match would be incredible. That's all we're asking for here. Like, let these great tag teams have an opportunity, and you have two champions that people are excited about that will have a great match against a wet rag.
No, I agree. It is one of those things where right now AJ Styles is having fun. He's clearly, we already know he's at the end of his career. Hate saying it. But he's just having fun. He looks like he's having a great time out there. So just have these matches that you probably never thought he'd have. And there you go. Do it. Like them, you mentioned Brutus and Julius. That's another one. I don't even know what's going on with them at this
New
point,
Day.
but yeah, New Day, they would have a kick-ass match too. Like there's the potential for great matches there. Alrighty, guys. So there you have it. That was WWE Raw today for November 3rd. And Santi, the next time we see you, you gotta have your I Love LA shirt.
If it arrives, all right.
If it
Maybe
arrives.
maybe my I Love Latina shirt accidentally shows up first. I don't know.
Wow, wow, wow. Alrighty, tell the people where they can find you, support you, and check out your content.
You can find me at any and everything Santi Zamp. I'm on every platform. You can Google Santi Zamp and just sort of pick the platform that you want. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Twitter. I'm there.
All right. As for me, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. If you're already here, make sure you subscribe. All the social media platforms at _ Denise Salcedo. All righty, guys. That's a wrap here today. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.